All right, guys, I am live. Going to be starting a package opening. We're going to open up some of the eBay packages I got this week. I saved up all the packages from like Wednesday, Thursday, and today. I think I've got about 11 packages I'm going to be opening today. It was really hard not to open them. I really want to see what's inside and what I got this week. So it was kind of hard not to open them, but I saved them up for you guys so we could check them out together. I'm going to start probably in about 10 minutes or so. I'm just going to give it some time for people to see that it's live and everything. As far as the stuff from last week's video when I went live, I pretty much sold all of that except for the Dragon's Breath ring I still have. I'm going to put that on eBay. And I got really good prices. If you guys don't know, gold has been kind of all over the place. It's been a little volatile. So I've been getting some different prices for when gold's up, when gold's down. Sometimes I get more or less. And on Monday, I think it was like $2,000 an ounce, and then on Sunday it was like 1925 or something. So always make sure your gold calc's up to date when you're checking your gold prices. That's going to be pretty important. Hopefully we're getting some people in. Feel free to say hi in the chat. I need some moderators at some point too. If we start getting a few people in here, we'll start adding some moderators. What else? Yeah, I sold the little small gold pocket watch for $450. I sold the big 18-karat pocket watch for $680. And for the people that were wondering if the gold dial was gold, it was not. I tested it. It was gold-plated brass, so it wasn't actually a solid gold dial, which would have been nice if it was, but it's okay that it wasn't. Yeah, I kind of have an idea of what I got in this week, obviously, but I don't know what the weight's going to be, what size things are, what the quality's going to be. So that's why I'm always excited to open some packages, because you really don't know. Even if someone says something weighs 19 grams, 20 grams, it could weigh 10. Someone says it weighs 5, it could weigh 10, it could weigh 20, There's always a big surprise when you're opening packages. And yeah, I've got quite a few here. Well, we can go ahead and get started. I'll go kind of slow. But I have a bunch of my tools here as well, like scale and all that kind of thing. So I'm going to be using my Kershaw knife. It's a really nice knife, really thick handle. Really like this knife. I picked this up at a garage sale. It's made in Japan. It's a 1060 steel, made in Oregon. Pretty good knife. All right, let's just pick one at random. Get a little bubble mailer. Let's see what we got. Here's this. Hello from Canada. Hi, Canada. How's it going, eh? So we've got this one here. Let's see what we've got. So this is a little gold bulova. Ooh, it is really small. You see that? Bulova. Really, really, really tiny one. But that is, let's see, 14 karat gold. Yep, 14K. It's really small. So I paid, I believe, $55 for this. Let's get the exact price. Gold Boulevard, here it is. $50.65 for this one. Hi from New York. You guys saying where you guys are from? What's up, New York? And so $50. I don't know. We're gonna have to take this one apart. So it has like a little gold-filled band on it. and I'll take off the band and then take out the movement. We can check to see if it's running. Let's see. Yeah, it's running. Usually these have about, I don't know, anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 grams. This one looks really small, but I still expect at least 2 grams in here, so we can expect a value in gold probably around $70 for this, I would think. So yeah, we'll be fine with that. Not that great of a score. It is a little bit smaller than I hoped, but it's not bad. So there's that package. And we're going to do another bubble mailer. See what we've got in here. Are you sure that that one's 14K? Because it says 14K on the back. It's going to be hard to tell. Can you see that at all? It says 14K gold. Bolova 14K gold right on the back. So I don't even need to test this. It's gold. There's no doubt about it. So here's our next package. Let's see what we've got in here. Still coming. All right. Little 14 karat gold bracelet. It looks like it's got some diamonds in it. Let me see that. Yeah, it's got some like little tiny diamonds. Check the markings, look good, 14K. So there's that. Definitely looks like gold. It's pretty light, so purchase price on this, let me find it, was $56.50 is what I paid for this one with no weight. Just a little picture of this. So we're going to go ahead and throw this on the scale. It feels light, but we only need a little bit. What's up in the chat? All right, so we're going to throw this on our scale and see what we got. I have to set it down so I can tear it out. Let's see. This is where we find out what we got. So 2.3 grams for that. So there's 2.3 grams there. We're going to go ahead and run that into our gold calculator. 2.3 grams, 14 karat is a value of $83.71. And we purchased this for $56.50. So if we run a calculation for that, $56.50 divided by our $83.71, that gives us a 67.5% of scrap value price that we paid for this. So definitely going to be profit there. I would say my profit on this, like $83.71, I'm going to get about 90%. So I'm going to get $75.34. And if we subtract our purchase price of $56.50, we've got an $18.84 profit on this, just guaranteed, right? You can also try and sell this as a piece. So you just test it when you get it. Does the acid test always show if it's actually gold? Yeah, so most things I'm gonna test, pretty much everything except for like stuff like this, like a gold watch. I mean, they made tons and tons of these, and it's got like really proper hallmarks on the back. If you again, it's got a serial number, it's got Bulova, it's got 14K gold, it's got like all the proper stamps. And it's, you know, the watch is proper, the crown is proper. There's nothing wrong with this at all. So you just I mean, I've probably bought over 100 of these, so I know this is gold, but I will test it anyway just to make sure, especially with white gold. Something like this I would definitely test, although the hallmarks are also good. There's a lot of things that I look at for trying to tell what's real gold and what's not. A couple of the things that tip me off right away is it's light. So it's very lightweight. If you were to make this out of steel or brass or something like that, it would much likely be a lot heavier. So this would weigh more like 5 grams or 7 grams or something like that instead of 2.2, which is really, really light. And that's what they do with precious metals typically. Second is going to be this clasp. So that is a lobster style clasp, and it's the correct style clasp. It's not like a weird lobster. It's like a regular, what a lobster clasp is supposed to look like. That lobster clasp has a little marking on the inside groove here that says 585 or 14K. I'm not sure which one it says. I can't read it right now, but it has a marking in there. That's something I'll look at in pictures, is just look at the clasp. And if you see on this little thing, this little the claw part, if there's no marking on that, then I get worried right away. This has a marking on it. It's also marked on the back here at the end of the link with a maker's mark. And then it's also marked on the other side, 14K. So you kind of add all those things together, and that's going to let you know that what you've got is real. And then part of it's the feel as well, just from handling gold. The way that these links come together is very smooth. So it's a very like silky feeling. That's something that kind of comes with experience to know how gold feels. It's also got a certain look to it with the white. Just everything about it is telling me that it's good, right? I mean, it's got like some kind of like a diamond cut pattern here. So if that was plated and you cut into it, it would show a different color. So I'll still test it, and I'll just test it with acid to confirm. But like, I've been doing this for so long that I know this is gold, 100%. So no worries with that one at all. That one was a good purchase. Like if there's an issue, like we're gonna open up some packages on some stuff that I think potentially there could be an issue, right? I could have something that's not gold, could have something that isn't as described, or it's the wrong carat or something like that. So if we see anything like that, I'll let you know. Definitely, like not everything's gonna be perfect. I'm buying from eBay, so. Do I have white gold hoops? No, not at the moment. Most of the time, I scrap like hoops and stuff all the time. I mean, it's kind of hard. All right, so this one has come in a pill bottle for some reason. Some Walgreens pill bottle. You get all kinds of weird stuff from eBay. This is like a $400, $500 piece too. So, but that's how it's coming. All right, so here's something really nice. This is one that I was really excited about that I've been waiting on, and I wanted to open like a couple days ago, obviously. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at the hallmarks on this. 14 karat Italy, very nice. 14 karat Italy on the other side with the maker's mark. See if there's any markings on the clasp. Just see markings on the chain. There may be one on the clasp. And so, yeah, this is like another one, definitely gold, right? I mean, can you guys see this? See the color on it? I mean, it's just the right color. It's a soft color. It's very highly polished. The links, you can see how these links are put together. I mean, you're just not putting that much effort into a fake. The only thing that I'm concerned about with something like this is going to be the weight, right? So the weight has to be correct on what I paid for this one. So let me look up see if I have so the purchase price on this was $410 total. So for what I paid for this, the weight is going to be really important, right? So we're going to go ahead and grab our scale, and I'm doing this down here. I can't really I don't know, show you the weight. I'm going to do it down here on my laptop and check it. So it's perfect, spot on, 15 grams, 15.0. And that's exactly what it was described to be. Of course, I will test it But again, very, very obvious that this is gold. Right style spring ring clasp with kind of a locking edge here, so the spring ring won't move around. It's a nice sign of quality. It's got markings. There you go. Hopefully you can see the markings there. And then it's also marked on the other side. 14 karat Italy. So purchase price was $410. So we're going to go ahead and punch in our 15 grams into a 14 karat gold calc. And the gold calc is $545.92 is our total scrap gold price. So 545, let's see, 92. And this is exactly what I do when I'm purchasing. So I'll just punch that into a gold calc. And it's going to be our purchase price of $410 divided by our 545.92 gives us a 75.1% gold price of what I paid. So I paid 75.1% scrap, which is, if you ask any gold dealer or if you want to purchase gold, that's a good price to be buying at. I typically try and stay between 70 and 85%. If it is a high quality item like this that is a heavier piece, I will pay closer to 85% because the amount of money you make is going to be more because, it's not about percentages, it's about absolute dollar value, right? So I'm going to make about $100 or more on this. And so that's why it's more important for larger items. I can pay more than for smaller items. So like a profit on this would be our 545.92, and I'm going to multiply that by about 90%. Sometimes my guy pays a little bit more, and it's going to depend on the gold price, but that's $491.32, and we're going to subtract our $410 purchase price. So about $81.30 is going to be like an exact profit on what I would get on this, and it's going to depend on gold price, and I may list this as a piece because it is a nicer chain. This looks pretty long, probably about 8 inches long, so it's a pretty long bracelet. So there's that one. Was really excited about this one, and it looks good, so that's cool. Let's go ahead and do this one. Yeah, it's a nice bracelet. I'll do another package here. Open this one up. And this is another little pill bottle like the same one was, the one before. This must be from the same seller. I don't remember buying. I guess this must be from the same person. Let's see. So this is a broken 14 karat gold herringbone chain. I didn't know it was from the same person. And this was bought for, let's see if I can find it. What was a cheap one? Must be on the second page. I've been buying a lot of stuff lately, but the last 2 days have been pretty slow for me, and I had a couple of canceled orders, which is always annoying. But let me see if I can see this on the second page. No. Oh, it's on the first page. I think this one was $28 or so. Let's see. Art earrings. I can't find it right now. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, we're just going to go with $28. I believe $28 was the purchase price on this. So, yeah, just a scrap piece. Let's go ahead and weigh it. Does not feel very heavy at all. You can see it's very, very, very light. And that's another thing that's just going to tell me that it's gold. All right, so our weight on that, okay, it's not bad. 2.5 grams. So 2.5 grams. Yeah, so that's a clear, good deal there. 2.5 grams is about $90. So yeah, 28.90. We purchased that at about 31%, and 28. So it was about $61 profit on that particular item right there. So that was definitely a good one, and I knew that was going to be good, because obviously it's very cheap and it's gold, so it only needs to weigh a little bit to be worth some money. Yeah, I don't know what's up with these things, but okay, so there's that package. I get some weird packaging sometimes. Let's see what we got here. These lovely mailman doing a great job there. Alright, here's this one. It looks like it has a invoice attached to it. Packaging. 14 karat, at least 7.5 grams for 325. 7.5 grams. That seems like a lot. 7.5 grams. Right? That'd be too much. Too much for me. 7.5, 272 in scrap. Yeah, so that'd be a little over for what I would pay. Alright, this piece is pretty cool. Check this out. Okay. Lapis lazuli stone. And it's not not going to show very well on camera, but that is like a really nice looking lapis stone. Very deep blue, and it's got gold specks in it. The gold part doesn't feel too heavy, but let me see. So this one was quite expensive. This one I got a little bit, I don't know. I liked the piece, right? So it's a nice piece, so I paid a little bit more for it. So purchase price on this was $353.85. So quite a bit of money for this, but I'm a big fan of heavier pieces. Even if they have stones in them, when you start getting really heavy, I'm usually interested in it. So there's the back, and it's got a 14 karat stamp there. And it looks like it says, it's signed C, so it's R plus A, and then B, it says CHHO, and then $2,400, was probably like a retail price, or, you know, like when the artist made it, that's what the price they put on it. So it was $2,400 retail, and I got it for $353. It's not bad. Let's see. You got scammed. 14 karat, 11 grams, $120. Oh, so alright, took that down. Never mind. Put it up. Figure went too high. Calculated. Just wanted to see if I. Yeah, it's always good to. I mean, you always got to try, right? But I'm always looking for cheap deals. I watch all day, like every day. Anyway, let's weigh this up. It's supposed to be pretty heavy, so that's why I bought it. Let's see. So I'm coming up with 18.9 grams. About 19 grams, 18.9. So, you know, it's close, right? I mean, you have to estimate how much weight is in this stone. I'm gonna imagine quite a bit. There's probably 7.5 to 8 grams, maybe as much as 10 in here. So I'm paying a little bit. I'm around the gold price on this, but it's a nice piece, so I like it. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and go on to the next package here. Let's see what we got. Nice. big box. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right. So we've got. Oh yeah, I remember what this one was. This is like a watch, a pendant watch. Thank you card. All right, nice long chain. This is a pendant watch. Let's go ahead and look at some of the markings, if there are any. Look at that. It's pretty cool. See-through movement. It's a, what is it, Boucherer 17 jewel watch, and this chain's supposed to be 14 karat. So let's check that. And the chain looks like it has a marking on it, which I can't see. Get out our loop. And it says, let's see, American and some kind of other marking. And it says metal. So this was described as 14 karat gold on the chain, and it's not. So yeah, so this would be one that I will probably return. We'll see. I gotta look at the inside of this watch and see if that's gold, because I bought this for about $180 or so. So this is supposed to weigh 5.6 grams of 14 karat gold, and I can read pretty clearly and see pretty clearly that this is not gold on the chain. I will test the chain separately, but if you can see the clasp, can you guys see that the coloring's off at all? See how it's a little bit kind of dirty looking, a little bit worn, as opposed to something that's actually gold. You see the difference? I'm not sure if that's coming across very well on the screen, but you can definitely see that this clasp is worn. The links around here are worn, and then the stamp says metal. I can read that under my loop. So yeah, definitely not a gold chain, at least. We will look at the watch. I'm going to have to take it apart later and see if it's a 14 karat gold watch or something like that. We may be able to talk to the seller and just let them know that, hey, the chain wasn't gold, but the watch is gold. Yeah, so we'll find out about that. So, you know, doesn't always turn out perfectly. People do get it wrong, but that is like a gross misrepresentation of what the item was supposed to be. So we'll just contact the seller. It's like an everyday thing, and we'll let them know, hey, this isn't gold on the chain, and I'll look at the watch. But I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna go ahead and take a guess that this is gold filled. So there's that piece there. So we'll go ahead and open up the next one. So that one was a dud. So, you know, it doesn't always come in perfect, right? I mean, they said it was one thing, and it wasn't. So go ahead and open up the next one. A big priority mail package. Envelope. How it came packaged. This looks like maybe a watch or a bracelet. Let's see what we've got. Oh yeah, it happens all the time. I'm like very, very used to things coming in not gold. You know, it was definitely a hard marking for me to read. I had to look at it with a loop, but I mean, I could tell right away from the color that it wasn't right. All right, cool. Oh, okay, this now. Okay, so we had a bad one. This feels pretty good. This feels pretty good. Look at that. Beautiful. This feels heavy too. Look at this charm on here. Very cool. All right, so this was a no wait listing. This is a no wait listing. It actually said in the listing that it was pretty light. Um, they said in the listing this is kind of a lightweight, not a very heavy piece, nice bracelet. This one was $260. So I saw this pop up for $260 and bought it right away. I could tell sometimes. How do I search? How do I search what? You have to kind of clarify for that. How do I search for items? How do I search for markings? So I bought this. I look at the edge a lot of the times and see how thick a piece is when it's a no wait listing. So, so one of the things when you're watching eBay listings a lot, you'll see rings, you'll see thin chains, you'll see a lot of like kind of smaller stuff for high prices, right? $400, $500, $600. So when I see a bracelet come up and it's $250 plus shipping or whatever, I'm already interested, right? Because a typical bracelet like this kind of size is gonna weigh 4, 5, 7 grams, and then sometimes more, right? So I was already interested in this, looked at the thickness, looked that it has a charm on there. So let's say this bracelet weighed 4 grams, 5 grams. I can tell you right now that it's a lot heavier than that. Um, 4 or 5 grams, and then this, right, it's going to weigh, let's say, at least a gram or two, also heavier than that. But what this is supposed to be, if you can see the marking right there, it's going to be hard to see, but this is supposed to be 18 karat gold. So yeah, it's marked K18 there on the clasp. I definitely want to check out this charm to see if there's any markings on the charm. And I'm going to go ahead and take out my loop because this does seem like something good. So I'm going to take a look at the pendant loop on the charm, and I'm not seeing any markings on it, which could be worn. Let's check the charm. Okay, we've got a marking right there on the bottom of the charm, and that says K18. So that's fantastic, right? For $250, I mean, you're getting your money almost in that charm, to be honest with you. So let's go ahead and weigh this up. This does look like gold. It definitely looks like 18 karat gold to me. Again, you can tell the color. So let's see if we can hold them up. 14 karat gold, 18 karat gold. 18 karat gold is going to be a little bit more yellow. I'm not sure if you can tell the tone. So this is a lighter tone, a little bit softer. This is a little bit brighter in color, just in the yellowness of the color. And it's got this, how do you call it, like a textured finish to it, which is something it's like a very, very fine texture. And you guys can see how reflective it is. Again, nice links. See how these links are all pinned together nice? Very different from our non-gold chain and in the coloring, and how like this kind of has some like wear through spots where this doesn't. All right, let's go ahead and weigh it. Let's see what we've got. 25 people in the chat. What's up, guys? Do you only buy 14K and above? Do you ever do 10K? I do 10K sometimes, and I do sterling sometimes, but not as much as I used to. And I'll explain that in 1 second. You guys want to know how much it weighs? Any guesses? Any guesses on how much this weighs in the chat? Give me a guess. How much does this weigh? If you were to guess. Anyone? Anyone? Give it a second. 23? Pretty close. 23 is pretty close. It's a little over. That's a little too much. 8 grams, an ounce. All right. We've got, let's see. I think it's, let's double check it. 17. 17's pretty close. We've got 19.6 grams. 260 bucks. That's pretty good. We'll run our gold calc on that. This is cool. You guys are seeing a good one. So $917 in scrap. So 917, okay, 260, almost a $600 profit on this one item, at least, right? That's scrap. If I sell it for scrap. Very cool. Very cool piece. Very nice. These two are beautiful. Nice pieces. Didn't expect that at all, right? I told you guys I was expecting maybe 5, 6, 7 grams, and so it came out, yeah, to be a lot more than that. So this is a no weight listing. This is a complete, basically a gamble, and it paid off. So that one was good. Very cool, and it feels gold. I'm gonna test it. I'll make sure that it's gold for sure with that kind of money. Absolutely, I'm gonna test it, but I'm not sure if you guys can hear the sound it's making, the way it feels 100%. Do you sell for scrap? And what do you sell for scrap and what do you resell? It depends a lot. I'm usually looking for like stuff like this. This is I showed earlier. This is something I would want to resell, right? This is not something I want to scrap. A couple of reasons for that is it's got a big old stone, right? And it's not a pearl, it's not like a diamond or something that I can take out, right? I mean, I can't take this stone out without breaking it, right? So it's also designer signed. So it's also got a designer signature on it, and it's a big, heavy piece. This is something I would want to resell as a piece. Something like this, I would probably scrap, and I'll tell you why. Although something like this you could sell for definitely more money. Something like this would retail probably $1,800, something like that. There's so much money in it, right? I paid so little for it that it makes sense for me to scrap this, get the money, and move it into a different deal. That's where I'm going to make the most amount of money. If I put this on eBay, it's going to take me probably months to sell. This I would have to price very high. There's not a lot of buyers for something this expensive. You're going to get a lot of low offers. It's just going to be, and it's all gold. There's no real design value to this, I guess, like workmanship value. There's no stones. This Greek key design is it's kind of just it's a typical it's like a chain or something. It's nothing like the only thing that would be maybe possible would be to sell this column charm. You maybe could sell separately, but you would also have to cut it. It's soldered, so there's no cutting that. I mean, something like this, it probably makes sense for me to scrap it. Take that money and buy another piece because I get pieces like this just every week. I mean, that's what I do. So I'm just on to the next one typically, but something like this, like it would just be way more advantageous to sell this as a piece because if I were to scrap this, I would probably lose $100 or something like that. But if I put it on eBay, I could potentially make $300 or $400 on it, right? So that's something I would sell as a piece. All right, a couple more packages. Cool to see you guys coming in some with the chat. What does the charm weigh on its own? I don't know. It's soldered on, so I can't get it off without cutting it. But a curb link, an ounce for $7. Yeah, oh yeah, happens all the time. I actually bought a big, what was it? Maybe 30 something grams, 14 karat gold chain for $1. at a garage sale. It's actually, I gave it to my uncle. I told him for a long time. He had a big gold. He's a big guy, and he had a big gold chain for like 20 years or something, and someone stole it. And I just told him if I ever find one at a garage sale or something for really cheap, that I would give it to him. So I kept my word on that and found one. It was kind of like a just meant to be kind of thing. All right, we got what, almost 5 more packages to go. So I think, yeah, you probably saw it on eBay. I mean, you could find the records of all the stuff I bought. It's all on there if you really want to search around for it. Just don't go contacting the sellers, or I mean, there's no point to it, right? I always explain that to people. Someone sold it to me, and I'm gonna make money on it, and I'm gonna sell it to somebody, and they're gonna make money on it, and they're gonna sell it to someone else, and that person's gonna make money on it. It's just this, like, jewelry business goes from person to person to person to person to person, and everyone makes their little bit off of it, right? I mean, um, like, I paid the person money. Like, they probably paid $1 for it. They maybe got it at a garage sale, or maybe got it for free from family or something like that. So it just goes along the chain, right? I mean, jewelry bounces around to 10 people before it ever sells to someone. Here's another interesting packaging in a Gatorade bottle. I don't know. No, I'll pay you 100% strapless shipping. Don't scrap that. Yeah. Fortunately, I probably will. Sorry to let you know. I mean, it won't get scrapped. It'll get sold to someone else who might scrap it. Meant to tell you, last life. Big amethyst bolo. Oh, that giant. Yeah, I remember that big amethyst bolo. There was actually 2 of them at that sale. I bought the bigger one. I was actually, I ran out of money because they were doing cash only at that sale. It was out in like Murrieta or something like that, and they had like probably 50 custom bolos, and I bought a bunch of them. Glad you like it. All right, here's our next piece. This is an old watch. Very cool. What kind of watch? This is an Elgin watch, and it's on a gold-filled band. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this. Let me see if I can find something to open this. Let's see if I can get it open with this, because I need to see the marking that's gonna be on the inside. There we go. Take the movement out. Okay. There's the movement, old Elgin movement. I actually liked the style of this movement. That's an older movement when you see it like this, where it's on top of each other like that. So, yeah, pretty cool little Elgin movement. But of course, why do I buy these things? Because they're gold usually. So, check the marking. Yep. So it is marked on the inside of the case there. This is also 18 karat gold. This I paid $60 for. And it has diamonds. It has some small diamonds in the face there. Hopefully you can see that. The glass is kind of purpled. That's that old glass with the, I don't know, lead or something that turns it purple. So this, I'm not going to completely take it apart right now, but basically I'll take off the band and I'll pop the glass out, and I'll probably take out the diamonds. They look pretty easy to take out, and then I'll end up scrapping this. So I paid $60 for this, and there's usually about, in this kind of case, this kind of flip-up case, anywhere from about 3.5 to 4.5 grams. So even if we take like a 3.5 gram price, that's $163 in 18 karat gold. So almost $100 profit on just this piece as well. So Very happy with that one. The marking looks like in the pictures was a little bit rubbed. The 18 karat mark was a little bit rubbed, but in person it actually looks fine. It just looks like a normal 18 karat mark in there. So this is I will test it, but this will definitely is going to be 18 karat gold. Really old Elgin. 7 grams. Yeah, could be. It does feel heavier than typical. But that could be a lead glass too that's making it pretty heavy. But I will take it completely apart. If it's 7 grams, you know, it's more. Being like conservative with it. $60. Not gonna go wrong there. That's obviously why I bought it. Okay, we've got 4 more to go, and it's getting warm in here. 32 people watching. Cool. We're at our viewer record right now, I think, for my 3rd stream. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this little opening. It's very, very difficult to save these things. I really wanted to open everything up. How much do you think is in a vintage 18K gold chronograph cases? The chronographs, like in a watch, if you're talking about like a wristwatch, in a chronograph, probably it fluctuates. Definitely depends on the maker. About 9 to 12 grams is like my typical range for watches. And sometimes more, sometimes less. It could be 20 grams, it could be 7 grams. I would say 7 grams in a men's watch is pretty much minimum. But the chronographs are really collectible, so people are always asking for chronographs. So you can get more for the watch than you would just the gold. Circles on the inside of the case are dead giveaway for a gold case. Yeah, that like engine turning that they do on those. Alright, so we've got another smaller 14 karat gold chain. This is a tricolor, rose gold, white gold, and yellow gold. Take a look at the markings. Markings look good. Clasp looks good. So this kind of clasp is actually usually a pretty good giveaway for a good chain when you're looking at them online, because there's a lot of fake chains online. But this little like rolled over tab here, and the fact that this is a little bit thinner means it's a little bit older of a clasp and not quite as new. So I think the total on this was $35, and it's light. It's very lightweight, but $35 is about 1 gram of 14 karat gold. So this has to weigh more than 1 gram, and it's a necklace. So a bracelet, maybe 1 gram, but a necklace, I mean, it's very unlikely that this is going to weigh less than 1 gram. How do you do shipping international? I don't. I don't do any international shipping currently. I need to, but right now I don't. So this is going to weight on that is, if I can get it all on the scale. There we go. 4.2 grams. So yeah, that's about what I would expect. 4.2 grams. Tricolor necklace. We can run our scrap. 4.2. 14 karat, $152. So yeah, almost another $100 profit on this piece. How do I remove all the gems on your jewelry? Yeah, I remove like diamonds, emeralds, rubies, sapphires, that kind of thing. I've showed it before, but I have like a little jeweler's hammer, and then I have a whole set of punches and a little block, and I'll just, you know, hammer them out pretty much. Sometimes you can open the prongs with like pliers, or like I have my little tweezers that I use. You can get them out without breaking them. But yeah, I mean, you know, this is a whole week's worth of work, and was a better week. I would say I did really well this week. Bought a lot of items. That's why I decided to save them up for a video. So just know that it's not always that. This has actually been pretty good. We've had one dud out of the group. So this this week, like the last few days, has been kind of bad. And I'm not watching the listings right now, really, which normally I would be maybe finding some things today, but we'll do that later. All right, another package. We're going to do some boxes. I think the rest are boxes. Got 3 more. Do you sell any of the gems or diamonds? Yeah, currently I'm saving them up for potentially some future uses. I may end up selling the gems when I get enough of them. Like, I don't know. I want to wait till I have, like, I don't know, 20 carats or something. I don't really want to sell just all the little stuff that I have right now. I'm also thinking about potentially making a custom piece at some point, so partially why I'm kind of saving them. Murrieta, Mr. the Bolo sale. Yeah, it was like, you know, they said the sale started at 8, and then I got there really early, and they opened at 7. It was all cash only, and really good sale, really cool stuff, but not that much jewelry. But I did find some cool bolo ties and stuff. Alright, we've got another package here. This looks like a watch. I believe this is a watch. I actually have 2 more gold watches coming, but they're not coming till Monday, so maybe I'll show you guys next week. Alright, this is our Hamilton. So this is a Hamilton Thin-O-Matic watch. Check the markings, 14 karat gold. Pretty good size. It's definitely not a small one. Probably 33 millimeter, maybe 34. And I'm not really going to be able to open this one up on camera and kind of show you guys. But this one was, obviously it's not in the best condition. Let's see if I can find the price. So this was $279. Is what I paid for this. Let's see if it's running at all. Nope, doesn't seem to be running. It's supposed to be an automatic, so let's shake it. So we've got no running. It's not running that I can see, right? Maybe it's moving a little bit. So $279 for this. It's gonna need a special tool to get the case back off. It's got these little divots, and I have like a wrench that has like these little interchangeable bits, and you put that wrench on top of the case back, and then you'll be able to twist it off. I can try with my hands, but yeah, it's not gonna come. So I have to take this apart and see how bad the inside looks. But just in general, for the gold on this, probably in between 7 and 10 grams for the case. So I'm pretty good. You know, at least 7, probably 9 or 10. It could be 12 grams in the case. So for $279, getting a nice vintage watch, doesn't matter if it's not running, doesn't matter if it's in bad condition. I will likely just sell this as a whole piece to my jewelry guy. I probably won't do anything. Won't scrap, won't take it apart, won't get the weight or anything. I'll just tell him I want $350, and he'll just be like, okay, take it. Not really a super rare one because it's not in good condition, but yeah, cool gold watch there. I bought 4 gold men's watches and like 3 gold ladies watches last week. Do I source my jewelry online? Yeah, everything was bought on eBay. That's where I bought everything. I do go to estate sales and garage sales occasionally, just not really that much lately. Oh yeah, why I don't buy 10 karat or sterling that much is because I spend most of my money on gold. I mean, the stuff that you're looking at, I can get this open, costs me in total like $3,000, maybe a little bit more or less. I'm not sure. So I have stuff on the way, and then I have this stuff that I bought. But if you add up all my purchase prices that I'm telling you, stuff's not cheap. So like if I had a lot more money, I would get 10 karat and stuff. But there's more profit in the 14 and 18, and I don't see a lot of good 10 karat very often. Okay, I remember these ones. Let's look at these. Enns Waltham gold case has 14 grams. Never find men's watches cheap. I bought 4, so I bought 4 of them for around $300 each. I mean, I see them pretty often on eBay. Alright, so these are going to be these are interesting. I'll show you. So, not sure if I like them or not. Not sure. They definitely look like gold. See, it's got a marking right there. It says 14 karat. Okay, real stones. Real stones. But what kind of stones? That's the question. What kind of stones are these? I don't know. So these are real stones. They're not glass. And you can tell that, hopefully, by some of the inclusions. Not sure if it's going to come up on camera at all, but there is some areas where you can see inclusions. Let's look at the loop. But right away, I'm not very happy with them because they don't look correct for rubies and sapphires. I definitely don't think that they are. Let's see. Could be glass. It's got inclusions. Interesting. Could be glass. So, yeah, I'm not sure with these really, but let's get a weight on them anyway, just for the gold value. These were $275. Yeah, it could be topaz and tourmaline. Could be, for sure. There's definitely some other, there's like looks like citrine and amethyst and maybe tanzanite mixed in here as well on the outer, on the smaller stuff. It's definitely not ruby and sapphire for sure. I mean, they're not dark enough and they're way too clear. So it looks like the blue looks like topaz. To me, I would definitely think topaz on the blue. The pink, yeah, it could be tourmaline. Definitely could be tourmaline. Could be pink sapphire, but yeah, it looks might be right. It might be topaz, and it could be pink topaz, possibly. Maybe just all topaz. I'm not sure. But let's get a weight on these. These are supposed to be like really heavy. But anyway, not really. Not bad for 275. We'll see. Yeah. So 19.1 grams. That's why I bought them, was because they were so heavy. So you may, yeah, there might be like 7 grams, 8 grams of gold in there. So we're okay with our 275. Definitely different. Definitely different. We'll see. These will probably have to be an eBay item because I don't think my gold guys are really going to like these. Higher refractive index. Pink. Is it sparkly? I don't know. Not really. Kind of. Yeah, cool earrings. We'll take a look at them. But 19 grams, really heavy. Good quality. Really nice looking earrings. So, yeah. Definitely happy with the purchase. Like, they're fine. But the pictures are really blurry, and I was kind of hoping that these could potentially be rubies and sapphires, which they're definitely not. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, last package, and then I'm gonna be done because we're going on an hour now. Getting kind of tired. I was just streaming. But what we got? 36 people in here. That's pretty good. That's cool. You guys have been watching my my videos after I post them, so that's cool. Um, Glad you guys like that. Seeing some of you guys in here. We'll see. I don't know if you guys like Friday, or I was thinking about maybe doing this on Saturdays. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to always save up these packages because, I run a business, so I kind of have to buy stuff and sell it right away. Here's our fun packaging. Be the last one for today. Stones look light. 5 carat of those stones. Yeah, 5 carats, 1 gram. Yeah, but there's almost what? I mean, there's got to be close to 20 carats there. Like 10 and 10. Pretty close. Maybe more. Maybe more. I haven't been getting the pop-ups. Alright, well, I'll look into that. I set a reminder. This is the first one that I did like a 30-minute, what did I do, 45 minutes or 30 minutes heads up time. So if I need to do a longer heads up time, I can do that. Try that out. Yeah, here's another, looks like another watch. Definitely a little bit lighter. So this is a Vulcan watch. 14 karat gold. See if this one's running. Yeah, this one's running. First one I've got. Oh, alright, well, hopefully if I start doing them a little bit more regularly and like we set a time or something, I'll get some more people in here in the chat. But there's that. So this one was, I believe, around 280 or something, around the same price as the other one. This one's a lot cleaner than the Hamilton, but the Hamilton is a lot bigger. It's a thicker watch. This one is. This is an automatic, so it's definitely got a heavier case. This is going to have more like, 12 or 14, where this is going to have like 7. This probably has about 7 grams. This is a really thin watch as well. This one's a little bit thicker. So the Vulcan's not going to be quite as nice, but it's a nice watch. This one has the sub-seconds, or the seconds indicator down here with that kind of crosshair one, where this one does not. So it's a couple other things you want to look for on watches, on like what's more valuable. So having the seconds is going to help. Having a date indicator is going to help. Having day and date is going to be worth more. Bigger case is going to be worth more. Better condition is going to be worth more. So there's a lot of things to look at with watches. The case millimeter size is going to be important. If you bought any Rolexes cheap, I bought one Rolex about 2 weeks ago now. It was just a ladies 18 karat gold Rolex, and I bought it for 1,050, and I sold it for 1,250, like 2 days or something. But that's my first Rolex flip that I've done. So it's the only Rolex full 18 karat gold Rolex that I've done. Hopefully I'll buy some more. I'm always looking for Rolexes, but Rolexes are very, 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 very difficult to make money on because everybody knows what they're worth, and they're pretty easy to look up. And yeah, Rolexes are a tough one. But yeah, here's 2 cool gold watches. So yeah, I hope you guys liked everything. We're going to be ending the stream here pretty soon. Was there even any profit after fees? I sold that for cash, so yeah, there was profit. I paid $10.50, and I have a seller's permit with the state, so I don't have to pay sales taxes on my purchase. The buyer would pay sales taxes, except for my buyer is also has a resale certificate, so he's a dealer. So when it's business to business, there's no sales tax. So yeah, sold $10.50, got $12.50. I only have to pay federal tax on that. So, and that'll be on after. That's a whole nother story, but yeah, Rolexes are really hard. And it's a lot of money too. You have to understand that I try and risk, like, I don't know, under $1,000 I'm pretty comfortable with. When you start getting over like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, that gets a little out of my comfort zone, and it's got to be a guarantee. And something like the gold is a guarantee. Buying a Rolex is not a guarantee because you don't know if they've cleaned it, you don't know if it's been polished, you don't know if the band's original, the buckle's original, you don't know if the insides are all original parts, you don't know how well it's running, if it's keeping good time, when's its last service. Rolexes I mean, there's like a million things with Rolexes. How much paperwork does it have? Is the paperwork legit? How's the box? What's the condition of the box? What's the dial look like? How are the markers? How are the seconds hands? Blah, blah, blah. What's the loom looking like? I mean, there's a million things on watches that are going to affect the value. So you have to be really good. And I'm good, but Rolex is definitely a manufacturer that I'm working on getting better with. And so, like I said, I had my first one about 2 weeks ago. So I'm still learning on the higher end, right? I started at $1 and I've gone up to $100, and then I started getting comfortable with like 200 and then 500. Now I'm pretty comfortable with 1,000, pretty comfortable with 2,000. When we start getting into platinum and diamonds and crazy stuff, I'm still working on that. Unless it's guaranteed, right? Unless I'm getting it for like less than scrap. If it's less than scrap, I don't have any issues. It could be 100,000 as long as I'm getting a good enough margin on it. Then we're cool with that. But yeah, stuff like that's iffy, like a watch. Yeah, when I'm getting over the materials value on it. So yeah, a bunch of gold stuff. Gold watches. We'll be selling a lot of this. I'll probably sell most of this like tomorrow. Honestly, I wouldn't imagine. The only things I probably won't sell are these earrings because I have to do more work on these and at least give them, like, I'll give these like a month or two on eBay, and if they don't sell, then maybe I'll think about taking them apart and scrapping them. But yeah, all the little bracelets and little necklaces and everything adds up. It all adds up. And as long as gold prices will cooperate with me, and as long as gold keeps going up, then we'll be doing just fine. So hopefully I'll be able to do another video like this for you guys maybe next week. Do you have a link for checking current gold prices? Go to kitco.com, look at live gold prices, and then the calculator I use is goldcalc.com, goldcalc.com. The only thing with gold calc is that you have to make sure the correct gold value is in there. There's a little section where you can put in the gold price. You're going to want to use kitco.com's live price for that gold calc. Don't take what gold calc is giving you, especially when the markets are open, because when the markets are open, the price is fluctuating all the time. Like we saw, what was it, on Friday or whatever last week, gold dropped almost $100 in a day, and the gold calc price was not correct and was giving you too high of a value for your gold. So if you're using that as a buying tool, you would have lost money on that. So you got to make sure your gold calc price is as accurate and up to date as possible. And if you're buying a lot of stuff, just discount it. Like, I don't know, I usually will discount it like $10 or something. Only makes like $1 or $2 difference on the price usually, but you want to be really accurate with that. Yeah, so no worries. All right, guys. I will hopefully see you next week. Hopefully everyone checks out the video. Leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what piece you liked, or if you have any information about the stuff. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. We're going to go ahead and end it here.